Hi everyone. So I just wanted to do a little meditation because I've been hearing a lot of people saying that it's starting to get to them. So I wanted to just do a little meditation to help you kind of cleanse all of that out. So definitely join me if you can on Wednesdays at 8:15. It's a really special class that helps kind of really deepen what I'm about to offer you. So it's beginner friendly and it's just one of the most resetting experiences you'll ever have. It's so nice. And I hope that you join me maybe this Wednesday at 8:15. But in the meantime, just get cozy. You can lay on your back on the floor if you're comfortable with that, or you can lay in a chair that's cozy or on a couch or even in your bed. So pick a spot and find that for yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting ready to announce the instructions for meditation tonight. So, as you get comfortable and cozy, maybe a blanket on top, whatever you'd like, get in a very comfortable position, even something underneath the head. And then take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose and just exhale with a ha sound out the mouth. Notice how I elongated that. Allow yourself to do the same. Really a long. So let's do that a few more times, all on your own, just inhaling and exhaling. And as you start doing it on your own, instead of playing the game of Simon Says, so you really feel it for you, start to notice what is it doing in the chest? What is it doing in the abdominal region? What is it doing in the rest of the body as you release the breath and that long, that sigh of relief? Notice how it becomes lighter, maybe more spacious with every. Now, that ha breath is a temporary breath, so it should never be a permanent breath, just a temporary breath of relief, of pressure, basically, of some sort. So, when you're ready, begin breathing just in and out your nose. And as you do this, just bring your attention to the space by the nostrils. Just notice the sensation there. And at first, you may start to interact with that space just involving the mind because we're very used to that. That's a very comfortable place for us to be. We like to interact with the world with our mind. But when we do that, we're really interacting with our mind projections. So, and that can be fun. But for now, see if you can just go into the sensational experience. So, in other words, the answer to the questions that I'm about to ask, don't answer them with the mind, answer them with the body receiving the answer through feelings, through sensations, through an experience. Right? So, as you continue breathing in and out the nose, just keeping your attention by the nostrils, notice what sensations you feel in that region. Just start to feel that space. As you try to really tune into that space, you may even naturally start to notice that your breath becomes longer, slower, smoother, more relaxed. Not trying to force anything or create anything. You're just naturally becoming in a relaxed way, very curious of what that experience is like. And it's very normal for the mind to wander. So if the mind is wandering, just be like, oh, look what I just did. And then just say, for now, I'm going to play with this region, this little meditation, this little focus for now. And the mind may wander again, and you'd be like, oh, that was interesting. Let's go back here. Right? No need to beat up the mind or get frustrated with the mind for something that is in its nature to do, which is to think. So just give it some guidance. Tell it, we're going to play and focus on this subject right here. Right? No matter what your experience, just allow it. And the moment you allow something, the tension relaxes and dissolves. And life just becomes more simpler, right? More clear, a lot more clarity arises, a lot more answers do too. Maybe even noticing if you can sense a texture in that region in the breath. Maybe start to notice some other things there too, just feeling into that space. And it's normal when you do these meditations for things to come up, especially with everything going on, within our lives on a daily basis, but also in the world. So I always say, if you can, offer yourself this every day in some way, giving yourself a meditation, a moment where you let all the distractions just dissolve and fall away for a little bit. And in that open space of clarity, suddenly all these voices within you, all these things within you that needed to have a voice, that needed to be heard, have an opportunity to do just that, right? They have an opportunity to come out and communicate. And sometimes when we do this, we may even start to notice feelings come up. Whenever feelings do come up, I always say interact with them. Feelings are like our little kid. It's the little kid version of you. You have many of them in you. So just like when they come up, hold space with them, listen to them, right? Because usually the first experience of that emotion isn't the only part of the emotion. There's so much more. There's a root to it as well. So you sit with it, kind of feel through it, just like you're just starting with the space by the nostrils, just feeling. And as you continue to just breathe here on your next breath, feel the sensation by the nostrils and follow it all the way through the nostrils, down through the throat, imagining it resting in the center of the chest. The moment it connects to the center of the chest, imagine this light being ignited. And whatever comes to mind, don't worry so much if you can't visualize or imagine this, just pretend or feel as if you can sense this within your body. So you're not looking at it from a screen. You're feeling this light in the center of your chest. It might be a little drop, it might be more expansive. Follow your guidance, and it'll probably be different every time you play with this meditation. But it's right in the center of the chest, through in the middle of the body there. And then just imagine as if the breath is now manifesting in that region, as if it can just begin and relax back into that space, almost as if it's bypassing the movement through the nostrils entirely, even though you're still breathing through the nose. Just start to feel the space in the chest. Tune into that space there, as if you can breathe into that. Allow your exhales to become long, slow, and relaxed, steady. Start to notice any sensations there are within that, however you interpret that word in this moment. So, in other words, you might feel physical sensations. You might even sense more of an emotional component to those physical sensations or other things. Just become aware, not expecting, not searching, just resting your relaxed awareness there. If nothing comes up, that's okay too. But if something does come up, decide you're not going to do anything with it. Just going to breathe into it. So you inhale into it, and as you exhale, you relax into it. As you inhale, you're acknowledging it and breathing into what you're acknowledging. And as you exhale, you're relaxing into it. Your inhale, acknowledging something, so you're seeing it's there. And as you exhale, you relax into that. Because otherwise, sometimes we'll kind of spend our whole day kind of wandering around living in an experience as if you um, had somebody living in your home, but you were in your mind, you thought you were the only person there. And you're kind of wondering, like, who's leaving all these necessary? Where are all these clothes coming from? Where's everything? Where did all these dishes come from? It's just me here. Right? It's like having a visitor or a roommate that you didn't even know you had. And the same thing kind of happens with all the other things that we don't really give ourselves the opportunity to process. Sometimes we have very firm, almost validated reasons of why no, we can't process that fear or that, boredom or that maybe even anxiety that's coming up, or even the joy or excitement or shock, whatever comes up, right? We may have very valid reasons in our head of why we shouldn't, it's like we should be more grateful or we should blah, blah, blah. We come up with all kinds of interesting things. But for right now, decide to throw all that out the window just for right now and just feel, even if it's illogical, just feel what comes up. And maybe you just feel calm. Feel into that, breathe into that, and then relax into that. And the next time you try this, again, you just breathe whatever comes up and you relax into it. Even if it's resistance, breathe that resistance in and keep relaxing into it. Breathe it in. It's like I see you and I feel you. I see you. And as you exhale, I receive, allow, permit. Right? Just start playing with this. And as you continue doing this, you'll notice, like, just like the feelings, just like the thoughts, they may come and go. There may be a lot that come in. In a meditation course, I talk about this a lot in greater detail, but just a little taster of it is even though we have all these thoughts, right? It doesn't really matter. We don't have to get rid of them. We don't really have to be that concerned about them because they're just thoughts. They come and they go. We have millions of them all throughout the day. Right? So just recognizing that it's your power that's really important, your power of focus. It's which thoughts do you trust? Which thoughts do you give power to by giving your attention to them, by giving them importance, right? Otherwise, it's just a thought that ran through, and you're like, oh, look at that. Next. Oh, look, there's another one. Next. You know, so you just kind of just like waving as they pass by. And I always kind of like relating that to the story of watching trains pass by. You don't usually say, "Stop, train, I used to be on you, you need to stop," and I need to carry you, and so forth. Whatever interesting things we come up with, you can just simply wave to the train and be like, "Oh, I used to be on that train. Oh, I'm not now." Or maybe you get on the train, you're like, "I'm on the train again," but at least you're aware. So that already makes a difference. Mm. Like I said, I have a whole course on this because there's just so much on this. But if you want to just stay in this meditation a little longer, just breathing it in and breathing it out. And you're welcome to pause it at any time and just restart it and spend as much time as you can. I really invite you to do this at the end of the day, at least a minute a day or 5 minutes a day. And sometimes you might feel drawn to doing it longer, especially if you have a lot of heaviness in the heart. So, yay, I love you all. Bye. Oh, I'm hugging you so much. Please keep reaching out to me. I'm here to support you. We're all in this together.